Dozens of African leaders have arrived to Washington in the United States to participate in the proceedings of the three-day U.S.-Africa summit. President Joe Biden is to hold the key summit in an attempt to restore the ties and narrow a wide trust gap of the USA with African countries, which has been frozen for a long period.
President Biden believes that U.S. collaboration with African leaders, as well as with civil society and business leaders and the diaspora, women, youth, is essential to unlocking the potential of this decisive decade.
U.S. National Security Advisor announced that this event is rooted in the recognition that Africa is a key player in the geopolitical status of the world. The U.S. pledged ahead of the summit $55 billion in economic, health, and security support to Africa over the next 3 years.
The summit, just to take a step back, is rooted in the recognition that Africa is a key geopolitical player. The continent will shape the future not just of the African people, but also the world.
In the lead-up to the three-day U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit, Biden administration officials played down their increasing concern about the widening activity of China and Russia in Africa, which is home to more than 1.3 billion people. Instead, administration officials tried to put the focus on their efforts to improve cooperation with African leaders.
I would say three things make me confident that we will have a positive result from the summit. The first is we are bringing the resources to the table in significant numbers. And if you compare what the United States is committing over the next 3 years to what any other country is committing, I think we stack up extremely favorably. So we will make the case with passion and persistence to every country in the world that they should speak out against these flagrant violations of the UN Charter. But we're not imposing conditionality from the point of view of this summit on decisions that sovereign countries make in this regard. We believe that we have.
Analysts say that African leaders will be looking for Biden to make some major commitments during the summit, including announcing his first presidential visit to sub-Saharan Africa, efforts to bolster the continent's economy through private sector investment and trade and more.